Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Captain Shack here. Let's talk about StarCitizen. For as long as I've been covering StarCitizen, I've been hoping that they would announce in-game communications that are directional. Well, sure enough, at Gamescom this year, they had that tech on display and more. So let's talk about how voice over IP is a fantastic addition to a game touting that immersion comes first in game design, and why I am so pumped for this feature. But first, what we know so far. At Gamescom 2017, Chris Roberts revealed live on stage two-player characters being able to communicate and speak with each other directly in-game. The audio that you hear is actually directional, meaning wherever the speaker is, that's where you hear it from in your headphones.
I need to head to Grimhex, actually Yella. I left my ship there. So if you don't mind, and if it's not too much trouble, I'd really appreciate it.
It actually takes into account the direction the player is talking to you from, and the distance from you that they are, meaning the farther away a speaker is, the quieter that sound will be. The technology isn't new. Arma's been doing it for quite some time, and I'm sure if you've been on YouTube a while and ever watched an RP of Grand Theft Auto, you've seen something like this before. When equipping a helmet or using a ship, an audio effect is applied to the speaker's voice, as you can hear here.
You still with me?
Yep.
So now you'll notice the voice is filtered because it's over comms in the helmet.
But this wasn't the biggest surprise of the show when it comes to communication. Face over IP was also demoed, meaning your facial expressions can be mapped using a webcam and displayed on your character's face. Basically like a simple version of mocap. This isn't the first time we've seen this tech. Years and years ago, I remember EverQuest 2 testing something very similar with SO Emote. Years ago. In theory, it's a really cool system, and as a YouTuber and a content creator and someone who loves the idea of role-playing the commander of the Armco fleet aboard the bridge of his capital ship, I can see myself using this tech often. As for the average player, I think it's going to be a tech that sings to the players who want to be fully immersed, not those that want to just jump in and shoot some stuff. But let's get to the bigger picture. With StarCitizen's fancy new render-to-texture technology that allows the game to render a scene like, say, a mission giver sitting in a bar, or a player in a cockpit, or a certain captain standing on the bridge of his carrack, opening up a vid-com link with another player in another area of space, you can actually have a face-to-face chat. You can see how having the game actually capturing your facial expression using this would be really cool. It's very Star Trek view screen. And yes, they demoed this technology at the Gamescom presentation, having a ship, which we got a little confused when they did it, but they had a pilot in a ship actually open up a comm link to the people inside one of the vehicles on the ground. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm just pulling into Levski now. I'll meet you at the landing pad.
In fact, we can pull up
Great.
where
We'll
he
see
is
you
in the constellation pool, maybe. Too late, but pull him up. So anyway, we can video. We showed the secondary viewport and render the texture stuff. So that's the example of it. We open up a comp.
On top of this, they've actually shown in prior videos that they can render 3D objects like holograms, meaning that you can have a very Star Wars-like holographic message or direct communication happen in-game, live. But why is in-game voice over IP cool if you can just use Discord or Teamspeak? Well, basically, it lets you communicate with anyone you see in the world directly without having to stop and dig out Teamspeak info or a Discord invite link. It also lets someone speaking give away their position and direction, for good or bad. If a friend is asking for you to toss him a med pack or a fresh magazine in a firefight, you don't have to ask, "Where are you?" when you can just hear that he's either right behind you or down the hallway or on your right-hand side. One of the best moments in the Gamescom demo is at the end with the two Idris-class frigates, two massive warships, staring each other down. Take a listen.
Friends of yours? Guess we'll find out. Attention! Enemy Idris Captain. So far today, you have destroyed 2 of my ships, killed 2 of my men, and stole my black box. So, I'm going to give you exactly 1 chance. Either hand over the box, or I'll put a hole in the ship and scavenge through the wreck.
Now, this wouldn't be possible without in-game voice comms unless the two players had already known each other and were in the same Discord server. The demo itself would have been far more impressive if they actually had a visual link going on with the pirates talking shit, so the crew can actually see who they're about to be up against. Sadly, we won't be seeing this in the upcoming major update of 3.0, but hopefully we'll see it soon, and maybe it's just the groundwork for future systems they plan on implementing. The game has always planned on having player-created contracts or missions. As a leader of a very large sci-fi gaming community here on the XP Gamers, I would love to be able to pre-record messages of the day with my character, or maybe the mission briefing for those interested in jumping into whatever operations that Armco is currently running in whatever sector. Even better if the player can watch, say, my character give the briefing face-to-face through a comm link. My questions now are, how will this tie into the future deeper game mechanics? Myself and Wasted talked briefly during the stream about how this tech could be used. They already have a version of a ship called the Reliant Mako named the News Van. Could we see news reports in-game from the front lines? A guy with a YouTube channel can only dream. Anyway, what are your thoughts on this new tech? And a better question, how many of you plan on actually using it? Let me know in the comments below. And if you do plan on using it, how do you plan on using it? Is it just to talk shit as a pirate? Is it to make trade deals in deep space? Or to scream, run, the Van Duel are coming? I'm curious to know what you guys think. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel for more sci-fi gaming and modding goodness, and as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.